John Wayne Gacy was born on March 17, 1942, in Chicago, Illinois. As a child, he was diagnosed with a congenital heart disease, which did not allow him to play outside, and which gave his father, an alcoholic and abusive father, another reason to call his son a failure, a mama's boy, and a sissy. Out of his three children, Gacy's father looked down on him the most. Despite this, their father beat all of them with a razor strap. The accompaniment of the beatings, along with alienation at school due to his inability to play outside, as well as his attraction to men, made it tough for Gacy to fit in.
It all began when at a young age of 7, he was accused, along with another boy, of sexually molesting a young girl. In 1968, he sexually assaulted 2 teen boys. He was given a 10-year prison sentence and was released on parole in 1970. Additionally, in 1971, he was accused of sexually assaulting another boy. However, the charges were dropped because the victim never showed up to court. Lucky him. During the 1960s, John worked as a fast food chain manager at KFC. In the 1970s, he became a self-made building contractor and a Democratic precinct captain. He was well liked in his community and organized cultural gatherings and worked as a clown for children's birthdays. During this time, he was married and was divorced twice. He has biological children and stepchildren. However, this work as a clown would eventually turn deadly.
When he killed, Gacy would sometimes dress as his alter ego, Pogo the Clown. Gacy would use promises of construction work to lure in his victims, eventually capturing, sexually assaulting, and strangling them with rope. The first killing may have been an accident. In 1972, Gacy offered a 16-year-old, Timothy Jack McCoy, to spend the night with him after taking him around sightseeing in Chicago. When he woke up, Gacy found Timothy standing over him with a knife. He tackled him and eventually killed the boy. Afterwards, he noticed that breakfast had been cooked, except for an uncut slab of bacon that presumably was meant to be cut after Timothy woke Gacy up. Despite the possible accident, according to Gacy himself, this first killing exposed him to the mind-numbing orgasm during a killing. Then, from 1976 to 1978, Gacy admitted to killing 23 teenage boys and burying them under the crawl space between his house.
Gotcha. Eventually, Gacy went to hire a young boy named Robert Priest at a pharmacy. After taking the job and not returning home, the boy's mother called the police. This eventually led to a search team, which Gacy turned into a game, once even buying them all breakfast. They eventually caught on and visited Gacy's house without finding anything, but they smelt the stench of human. Tired of the chase, Gacy sat down with the detectives on December 22nd, 1978, to admit to over 30 murders. During his trial, the defense claimed that he was not guilty by the insanity plea like every other serial killer. A psychiatrist found that he had a mild case of schizophrenia. However, on March 12, 1980, he was found guilty of all 33 murders, sexual assaults, and indecent liberties with a child.
The jury came back with 12 death sentences to be carried out on June 2, 1980. With 15 years on death row, Gacy had many interviews with different television broadcasters where he contradicted himself from what he said right after the murders. He claimed he was not responsible for the murders and that the police set him up. Additionally, while on death row, Gacy painted many pictures, mostly of clowns, which were sold for over $200,000. John Wayne Gacy was executed by lethal injection on May 10, 1994. His last words were, "Kiss my ass."